good to see him out there catching passes, and hopefully we see him this weekend in the preseason.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move along to some Matthew Golden highlights. Shout out to Ryan.
This is the one right here.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, you want to see some footwork? Woo!
Yeah, you're going to see. We're going to show 3 or 4 clips here, right? And this one's from Ryan Wood, but just he's just so smooth. There's one that's a dig. Woo-hoo-hoo, boy. Let's watch it though. Let's see our boy Matthew Golden here, and this is just against coaches. This is slow motion. There's no wasted movement whatsoever when it comes to 22, right? Again here, yeah, so going to chop it down, little hitch route. This is what he did well at Texas. Now he's going to toe tap it here, I believe.
Yes, look at the feet.
Yeah, and at Texas, if you'll remember, Texas, he would take that, he would curl in, fade out, and then bend back inside and make them miss, right? This is just simply what I've always called a hitch route. Maybe you guys notice something else. Maybe it's a comeback. There's, different. I've always heard hitch out, curl in. You may call it something different, but Jacob, man, the hands, is he not smooth, man? Look at that. 4 feet in on that play.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just the precision, the route running, the way that you said it looks effortless. I laughed because apparently on this post or whatever, Too Old for This says that someone asked why the ball took so long to get there, and Ryan Wood replied, "It's in slow-mo." But even though it is slow-mo, I mean, like you said, the no wasted movement, you watch how he cuts in and out of routes, it's very impressive. And the way that he turns back and is able to see that sideline and then get the 4 mini chop steps up in there, that's impressive, guy.
I saw Bears fans hating on the post. I know you saw some of that, Clayton. Oh, everybody looks good in slow motion.
Not Caleb.
I would disagree. I think slow motion magnifies your flaws even more. If you're, you're going to see it easier. The fact that he looks so smooth like this, it's a sign that I think we've got a star wide receiver for sure.
Yeah, Coach Lynn said that was a 22-yard comeback, I believe he said, right? And that's Jordan that throws that. And you can see as he fades out of the picture, he's looking left, right? And then fire into the right. So obviously hold the safety, hammer the comeback. Now watch in the background here, you'll see Savion Williams run a slant route. If you'll watch now off to the side, you'll see him come into the picture. Let's watch his hands on this play in ultra slow motion before we move along. So you see Savion, that's kind of a lazy route. That's all right, though. He's still getting the swing of things. Pretty good hands grab, right? Watched it in. So we're good there. But, yeah, Matthew Golden looking good, man, no doubt about it. We got another clip here, Tim. This might be one of them that you were thinking of, too. This is tweeted out by Jacob Morley, and it came from Pack Clips as well. And this is Matthew Golden. I think he is absolutely cooking Keyshawn Nixon. Another example, man coverage. We'll see if it's actual press or mirror match press man. But 1 versus 1s will always favor the offense. Thank you, Jacob Morley, for putting that out there. This guy knows ball. But this is Chris, not a 7-second TikTok route. Not sure what that was. With fancy feet. Concise, quick separation is what wins in this league. Golden has got it. Let's watch this route here, boys. This is crispy. Listen, viewer discretion is advised. If you got kids in the room, cover their eyes, all right? This is filthy. Look, off the prep. Woo! Gone.
Wow. I mean, that's like 5 yards of separation instantly, right? Here, bye, I'm gone. Look at that. Look at all that space.
And that's not full press, right? You see Key is trying to reroute him outside. Yep. So you can tell he's kind of playing with some outside technique there. But look at Golden, he's so smooth. The way he stops, Jacob. Watch his feet right here.
That change of direction while the feet are moving that quickly is almost unbelievable. Look at that.
This is what you've seen all over the college tape. We talk about body. I think it was it might have been Drew who saw it earlier. He knows where he's at on the field at all times, right? Drew says here, who can stop like that? Body control, man. I'm telling you, body control, Tim, and balance is so underrated in the league. It doesn't we always talk about 40 times and acceleration and this and that and what is it? Vertical jumps and composite explosion grade, all those things. Balance, man, is huge.
And body control. Balance and body control. I think this rep highlights it. If you look at Matthew Golden's head the whole time he's running the route. He's never getting down or off center. He's not allowing himself to waste any motion because he's got such good posture and balance in the route. I mean, we talked about that before the draft when we were looking at Texas tape about him just not wasting any motion whatsoever. He runs very crisp, compressed, concise routes. And yeah, I mean, he just absolutely cooks here and makes it look too easy.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we got a couple more clips here. This next one comes in from Marcus Eversole. I don't know. Is he still doing his show, Better Call Eversole? I used to listen to that all the time, and it was a great show. I don't know. Sometimes the algorithm gets kicked around, but he just said Matthew Golden content. All right, so we'll see if we can get in here, make sure we don't get no curse words. But look at that. So that's the hitch we've seen. It's not in slow motion, so now you've seen it in full speed here, right? Got Dobby there watching off on the sideline too. Not sure if he was holding his side. Might have caught something we wasn't supposed to there. I don't know, but. Yeah, Matthew Golden, man, just smooth as butter. Let's go to the next one. So here's just a quick little sit route, right? A little sit. You can call it a curl, what have you. Again, watch the feet. Watch how quick he gets into this setup here. Bang, and we're gone. That is so smooth, man. And it just for a rookie, Jake, the attention to detail. I'm sure Coach Lynn is just over here losing his mind. The attention to detail and the footwork right there. Like, notice how there's no stumbling into the sit. Watch his right foot bang, right?
That is just precise.
Yeah.
You talk about attention to detail, of course, Aflam in the chat. That ref really earning that check. That would be you, Aflam. You would see the referee in the clip as we're breaking down tape.
Yeah, exactly. But is it just not smooth? I mean, Golden.
Yeah, my head keeps wanting, or my brain keeps wanting to say it's effortless, which I feel like is almost a double-edged compliment because it seems like that as if he's not trying. That's not the case. I'm just saying it looks just so smooth. The transitions, the steps, the footwork, the plant step, everything just looks effortless.
Yeah.
I like to spin after the catch. You know, some guys, they start that rotation a little early and they forget the football. You see him secure a catch and then outside. It's perfect.
And knowing too that he's going to turn outside, get the ball on the outside shoulder before you make your cut. Bang. Yep. Right? Protect the football. Coach Lynn says it's a one-step sit. What were you going to say, Jake?
No, I don't know why, but when I saw that, I just picture somebody right before the rep being like, Golden, don't do the twirl. He says, I'm not going to do the twirl. And then he catches it. I'm going to do the twirl.
Love it. And off in the background, is that Savion running a quick little, look at that nice little, there's a low throw too from Taylor Elgersman. He showed some hands back here. You see what I'm saying in the background?
Mm-hmm.
So Savion showing some whoop, right? Pulled it in. All right, so there you go. There is your magic.
Rookies are going to do just fine with the occasional bad ball. They dealt with it a lot in college.
Yeah.
There you go. Anything else on Matthew Golden, boys, before we move on to the next topic here?
Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year, 2025. Let's go.
Book it.
Yep. Love it. All right, so there you go, Matthew Golden highlights. All right, that's going to do it for hour one. For those of you listening on the pod, we will see you on the other side for hour two, where we're going to continue with we're going to give you a little Brandon McManus update. Man, he is kicking lights out in camp. And then we're going to switch over to the defensive side of the ball, show you some highlights from training camp on defense. But we'll see you over there. We appreciate you.
For those of you listening on the pod,
welcome into hour two. Tim, you were gone last night. Jacob did for those of you listening on the pod live, man, it was solid. We probably need to re-record that. It was a beautiful thing for sure.
Here's the guy.
All right, so just a quick little Brandon McManus update here.
It's pronounced McMoney. It's Brandon McMoney.
Go ahead, get the paperwork file, get that name changed. Brandon McManus is 44 of 46 on kicks during team periods through 10 practices. He just hit from 42, 47, and 55 yards to end practice. What gets me excited, yes, the accuracy is great, but when you're still seeing those 55-yarders, you worry about the leg power starting to go as guys get a little bit older. Jacob, he's still got that power, bro. Still got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I shudder to think that we could still have him, like you said, on the roster for maybe, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 more years. I mean, kicker, obviously, look at guys like Janikowski and some of the older ones that played until they were older than any time that I'd be able to play. It's pretty encouraging.
Yeah. And Tim has got some shots here actually from practice of Brandon McManus hitting these kicks, right? Little jaw.
Fun. I got lucky, man. I took a walk for a little bit and came back right as they were wheeling the goalposts over, and so I got to see him put a few up. This was with the wind. He was kicking with the wind on these three. But he also looked good against the wind today as well.
Nice. I'm gonna see if Mandy will let me invest in one of those setups. I'll get one of those out in the front yard. I'm sure
Oh,
the
yeah,
neighbors
man. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
get out there and do that. Let's see what the next shot you got here, Tim. So you got several kicks here, right?
Yeah, so here's right hash, as you see right down the middle. I think
Right.
that first one was from the left hash. And then there's a third one. I think he's dead center. But you can really see him kind of just, this was just before the team period. So he was probably just getting loose here. Just kind of figuring out the wind and, getting it dead center. And you can see he's putting him right down the middle as he gets further into his drills. So I'm just glad we got a kicker, boys. A problem that we don't have to worry about, like Jacob was saying, for the next hopefully 2 to 3 years before we
At
have
least.
yeah.
How old is McManus? Does anybody know in the chat? Right
30,
at the top
just
of the...
turned 30.
Oh,
I believe.
bro, we
Correct?
could have this guy
It's
for
a
10
34.
years.
Hold on, no, don't quote me. He just had a birthday. 34. I think he's 34, which in kicker years is 26. So we're fine. He'll be around for a while, right?
Definitely. All right. It looks this 2-0 for this. They're never happy, Tim. They're
Right?
never happy, right?
Come on.
I had Danny Whelan clips last week. We had a couple.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can't show punter clips live on the show. Like, what are we? Oh, or I guess we can. Here we go, sleeper packer. All right, got a Daniel Whalen kick video, guys. Watch the vertical. Look at the vertical spin on that punt. Boom, dead net.
You guys,
Like,
I wish we could have the sound up. You got to just hear what
The
his
boot.
foot sounds
Let's do
like
it.
hitting
Hey.
that ball.
Just in case there's language,
Earmuffs.
kids.
See if you can hear it.
Here we go. He's gonna kick it right here.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
you can hear that.
That's from 50 yards away too.
Sounds like a 12 gauge shotgun right there.
Oh, man. And again, though, yeah. What you see what I'm talking about with the vertical spiral? Like what you're doing there is you're deadening that kick. You're dropping it inside the 5. It's going to hit right on the nose and typically kick up or backwards, right?
Yep.
So you're just, literally pinning them right inside the 10.
Danny Whelan is the example of a complete punter. Like he can punt with skill and he's got the leg, right? You got the hang time, you got the distance. He can punt for accuracy.
Isn't he tall as all get out too?
Yeah, he's a big
high
guy.
Snap.
Six
Big guy, right? Exactly. So like, I don't know, man. We might have. I certainly think we have a top 5 punter in the NFL. Put it that way. Maybe even arguably the best in the league. We'll see how this season goes. But again, I'm really glad that we've got the Irishman back there booting them.
Yeah, Blake B says Nigel Gruff kicking the bloody piss out of it. I wish we had that.
You might have to get that one back.
Emilio will